Hello, our dear students. My name is Trần, the teacher of English of Ninh Secondary School. It's my pleasure to share with you Unit 7, Cultures and Customs, Solutions Grade 8. In this lesson, we are going to study vocabulary of body language, phrasal verbs of movement, prohibition, and necessity. Now, let's begin with the vocabulary of body language. Yes, body language is a type of non-verbal communication. It is used to express or convey information by gestures. And today, we will know the vocabulary of body language to describe how people greet each other in different countries.
Beckon to somebody. Cross your legs. Hold hands. Hug. Kiss. Nod. Wink at somebody. Pat on the back. Pat on the head. Bow to somebody. Wave at somebody. Shake your head.
Let's practice using vocabulary of body language to complete 8 sentences. You have 15 seconds to finish. Okay, time's up. We can check the answer. 1. The most European countries, you shake your head to mean no. 2. In most European countries, you nod to mean yes. 3. You beckon to somebody if you want them to come to you. 4. You often wave your hand to somebody when you say goodbye. 15 seconds start now from 5 to 8. Okay, the answer for 5 to 8. 5. People sometimes pat you on the back when they say well done. 6. Couples sometimes hold hands while they are working. 7. You often hug family members if you haven't seen them for a long time. 8. Many Asian people bow to show respect when they meet somebody. To know more customs and cultures from different countries, let's move to exercise 2, listening. Now listen carefully to three people talking about customs in their country and choose the correct answer.
Number 1. Lucy from Australia.
We aren't formal here, not at all. We generally treat everybody the same, whether they're an important company director or a shop assistant. So, for example, when you get in a taxi in Australia, you should sit in the front with the driver, not in the back. There aren't many rules about behaviour, but of course you shouldn't be rude. Actually, one thing that's quite rude in Australia, but not in some other countries, in Australia you shouldn't wink at a woman. If you do, they might get quite angry with you.
2. Haruko from Japan.
Many people think that the Japanese don't show their feelings in public. I think this is probably true. At least, it's true that we're quite formal. One of the nice things about Japanese people is that they're very polite, and they expect other people to be polite too. Sometimes people are rude without meaning to be, because they don't know the customs. For example, in Japan, you shouldn't cross your legs when you're in a formal situation. Crossing your legs is very casual. When you meet a woman for the first time, you should bow to her. You certainly shouldn't kiss her on the cheek, like they do in many European countries. And if you visit somebody's house in Japan, it's rude to look in the kitchen. Many visitors don't know that, and they do it by mistake.
Number 3. Ludmila from Russia.
Although many parts of Russia are very cold, I think the people are very warm. They're friendly too, and helpful. If you get lost in Russia, somebody will always help you to find where you're going. In fact, they'll often actually take you there themselves. When Russians meet, they often greet each other with a hug. Men and women do that. Strangers often shake hands, but close friends kiss each other. Traditionally, they give each other 3 kisses, because 3 is a lucky number in Russia.
Now 15 seconds. Start listening. Okay, we will check the answer. 1. In Australia, you should sit in front of a taxi. 2. In Australia, it's rude to wink at a woman. 3. In Japan, you shouldn't cross your legs when you are in a formal situation. 4. In Japan, you shouldn't kiss a woman on the cheek when you meet her for the first time. 5. When you visit a Japanese house, you shouldn't look in the kitchen. 6. In Russia, men and women greet each other in public with a hug. 7. In Russia, girlfriends kiss 3 times when they meet.
Let's move to phrasal verbs of body movement.
Lie down. Turn over. Bend down. Turn around. Sit up. Sit down. Stand up. Put up your hand. Hold out your arms. Lift up your foot.
Let's practice using phrasal verbs to choose the correct answer. 15 seconds start now. Okay, let's check the answer. 1. When she saw me, she held down her arms and hugged me. 2. When the alarm clock rang, he turned over and went back to sleep. 3. Can you lift up your foot, please? You are standing on my toes. 4. He bent down and picked up some money from the floor. 15 seconds starts now. Okay, we check the answer. 5. I heard voices behind me, so I turned round and looked carefully. 6. Please put up your hand if you know the answer. 7. Lie down on the bed if you are not feeling well. 8. She came into the room and sat down on the chair.
Grammar about must, mustn't, and needn't. To talk about prohibition and necessity, but how we use them correctly. Let's together find them out.
We use must, infinitive without to express necessity, something that is very important to do. Examples: you must stop when the traffic light is red. You must pay for your tickets at the cinema. We used mustn't, infinitive without to express prohibition, something that is very important not to do. Examples: you mustn't chew gum in the classroom. You mustn't play football in the living room. We use needn't, infinitive without to express lack of necessity, something that isn't necessary but isn't against the rules. Examples: the car is clean. You needn't wash it. You needn't bring sandwiches at lunch if provided. Now we together practice using must, mustn't, and needn't. Let's practice with exercise 1. Complete the size. 15 seconds start now. Time's up. The answer for exercise 1. 1. You mustn't turn left. 2. You must stop here. 3. You mustn't smoke. 4. You must switch off your mobile phone. 5. You mustn't dive here. 6. You must wear a hard hat. 7. You must turn right. We continue moving to exercise 2. Rewrite the sentences using must and mustn't. 15 seconds to finish. Okay, the answer for you. 1. In Japan, you mustn't wear shoes indoor. 2. In some Muslim countries, women must cover their hair. 3. In many countries, you mustn't point at people with your finger. 4. In American restaurants, you must leave the waiter a 15% tip. Okay, 15 seconds left. Let's check the answer. 5. In many Asian countries, you mustn't eat with your left hand. 6. In the USA, you mustn't touch people if you don't know them very well. 7. You mustn't call people after about 10 p.m. unless it's an emergency. 8. In Vietnam, you must drive on the right. With exercise 3, choose the correct answer. 15 seconds start now. Okay, the answer for you. 1. C. Needn't. 2. A. Must. 3. C. Needn't. 4. B. Mustn't. Okay, the answer. 5. B. Mustn't. 6. A. Must. 7. B. Mustn't. 8. C. Needn't.
This is the end of the lesson. Remember to practice regularly. Thanks for your attention and have a good time. Goodbye.